How you doing? Tá mar ráis éis agus an éirí seo an Aimsir Láithreach hIonad. So I'm back again. This time I'm going to do the present tense of the verb with you. So, always start with the stem of the verb or the order form tug. For this one, you don't use may. You don't use may in the present tense. It has an ending of its own. Tugum. Again, I'd mentioned before about broad and slender vowels. So tug is there. You know that this is going to be there. That I am, and you'll see that when I go do a slender one. But this is a short verb, so it's tugum. I left. Tugum brusker gachla. I left rubbish every day. Tugan tu. You left. Tugan she. He lifts. Tugan she. She lifts. Tugan mudge. Tugan shiv. August tugan shade. Now it should be noted, this spelling for we left, tugamage, that's in the Cajun ifagul. But the lovely thing about Ulster Irish is that you don't have to remember how to spell that. If you can remember how to say tugan mudge, then you know how to say we left. Slender one here. Brisham. Slender there, slender there. So you know that I am is going to be your ending. Brisham. I break. Brisham fwinyaga. I break windows. Brishin tu. You break. And all the endings will be the same the whole way down. Brishin she, brishin she, brishin mudge, brishin shiv, brishin shade. Similarly, in the standard, the official standard, the Cajun ifagul, brishamage, brishamage, for we break. Kiani, kianium. Second conjugation, broad vowel. There's your broad with broad. I buy, kianium banya. I buy milk. Kianium tu, you buy milk. Kianium she, kianium she, kianium mudge, kianium shiv, kianium shade. And the Cajun ifagul, kianiamage, kianiamage, kianiamage. Okay, second conjugation, slender, I with I. So, crinium, I gather. Crinium tu, you gather. Crinium she, crinium she, crinium mudge, crinium shiv, crinium shade. And the Cajun ifagul up here, criniamage, 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 criniamage. Okay, so let's do the question in the present tense. Generally, the question will be, you'll use the word an. Now what an does, so if I put an before tugum, I left. If I put an before it, an, it also causes an eru, which is an eclipse. Okay? So, I'll write a little thing out in a second so you can identify the eclipses. So, what it does is it put, just like the eclipse of the sun, it puts a letter in front of the word. So, andogum, and dogan tu, do you left? And dogan tu, and dogum, do I left? And mrisham, do I break? And mrishin tu, and gyanium, do I buy? And gyanium tu, do you buy? Okay. Yeah, write that out properly. And gyanium tu. Okay, and here, and grinium, and grinium tu. And grinium, do I collect or gather? And grinium tu, do you collect or gather? So how do we answer this? Well, similarly, when you're answering, I think it's a good idea to answer with the verb, rather than saying a big sentence. Although it's good to know that sentence because you're going to use it in other contexts. So, andogum, you just answer with the verb. Togum. Andogan tu, she, mud, shiv, shade. Togan. And in the negative, Ní hugam. Or ní hugan. So that's it. I don't lift, or ní hugan. If the question was, and dogan tú, do you lift? And dogan tú, ní hugan. So when there's an and question in the negative, it will always be ní. So generally I would say that in the present tense, an is usually used in the question. There's some dialectical differences in some of the irregular verbs. But we don't need to do that today. So, here we go. An Gleann tú. Do I buy? Do you buy? An Grinnim. An Grinnin tú. An Grinnin tú. Do I gather? Do you gather? So, an mrishim, an mrishin tú. So you're just answering. If somebody's asking, do I break? Brishim. An mrishin tú, do you break? Brishin. An Ganium, do I buy? Canium. An Ganian tú, do you buy? Canian. So obviously you're going to put something like banya or something at the end of this. Ganian tú banya and Ganian tú ula, apples. You're going to put something like that, but that's just to show you. An Grinium Gaeilge. Do I crack leaves? So crinium. Crinium. An Grinian tú Gaeilge. Crinian. Crinian. And now you know how to answer and ask questions in the present tense. So I mentioned briefly that when you use the question in the present tense that you have to eclipse the verb. So there's a little rhyme here just to try and remember. So the M will be the letter that goes before the consonant. So if you see here, we've got MB, GC, ND, DT, NG, BP, and BH in front of F. So a little rhyme for this. My brother got caught not doing dishes, therefore nobody gets blueberry pie before he finishes. So there you go. Thanks to his bad behaviour, we have got a little rhyme.